Hello beautiful ladies, it has been such a long time since I have filmed a hijab tutorial. I think the last time I filmed one I was still single, filming YouTube videos from my bedroom, and today when I just thought of this idea I was like, oh my god, this is going to be so nostalgic, bringing so many memories. Are my go-to hijab styles for every day, and I've thrown in one bonus formal hijab style for you guys as well. But yeah, I always get asked on my Instagram about the looks that I go for when it comes to my hijab, so I thought why not put all of them together in one video and share it with you guys, so every time I get asked I can just share the links to this video and it'll be so much easier. So I really do hope that you guys enjoy this video, and don't forget that if you have any requests for other YouTube videos, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button and the thumbs up and everything else that you're supposed to do, which I'm not familiar with. I'm just going off of what I hear other YouTubers say. Okay, so for this first look, I'm going to be creating a look that helps with covering the neck area if you're wearing a low scoop blouse, or if you are wearing something with a low cut, this will help, or even something sheer, this will definitely help with covering that up. So I make one side significantly shorter than the other, and then what I do here is I secure the front of my hijab in place by placing some of these pins that have a small head. These are like long, small headed sewing pins, and I place one on either side of my face and then one right here at the top, just so that it doesn't slide back. And then what I do is, as I said, this is to help with coverage, is I basically just pop this part of my hijab inside of my clothes and I will pin it down in place inside. So just with a small safety pin, I'll pin this down inside. And again, this is great for if you're wearing something that's sheer at the front, if you're wearing something that has a low cut and you want to cover it up. So even if I were to open up my blouse, you'll see that this is all covering. So if I'm wearing a shirt that's low cut like this, my hijab will act as coverage, so that this doesn't sort of be exposed. And then I take this one right here and I will just flip it back, leaving some forward. And then I'll grab a safety pin. You can get like one of the colored ones or even a normal one, but since this one is going to show, I like for it to be colored. And then I literally just pin this on my shoulder in place. Back there on my shoulder, it looks nice. And then to secure the front here, I'll grab a small safety pin and I just pin all of this loose fabric that you see here all in place. So now I have a really well structured hijab. It's really neat, it's really classy, and you don't have like loose ends hanging around. You could also wear like a nice long necklace if you wanted to add a bit of a feature here, and you don't have to worry about your neck showing. So if this were to fly up, if you were a windy day, you don't have to worry about your neck showing. If you are worried about the back of your neck showing, what I usually do is I take this piece of fabric back here and I just pin this down again with a small safety pin. I'll pin this piece of fabric down. It won't. So this is a style, this is like a go-to style for me when I'm wearing a low cut blouse, or a blouse where I want to show the front of, you know, either if I'm wearing a necklace or if it has a really nice detail at the front of the blouse. So that is look one. Okay, so for look number two, this is perfect for a lot of back coverage. So if you're wearing something that is showing a lot of the back of your neck, or if you're afraid that, you know, it's a windy day and you don't want the back of your neck to show, I use this look all the time when I'm wearing a dress or a shirt that has a low cut all around, because it gives me perfect coverage at the back. So again, I've started with the same basis as look number one. I've gotten a short edge and a longer edge, and I've pinned it in 3 spots around my face. Now all I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this piece right here just hanging down, that shorter piece, and then with the longer piece I'm going to take it around my face, bring it around my neck, flip it back and bring it to the opposite shoulder. So I'm left with this kind of look. I then take any pin, because this will barely show, and I will pin it with the hijab on my clothes. Now you can go underneath if you don't want it to show, but just to kind of make it quick, I pin this in place right here on my shoulder, and I also pin the other piece as well. So I still want my necklace to show, or I still want a bit of you know, the detail of my blouse to show. So then I'll just flick this back, leaving a bit here at the front. I can make this as high or as low as I want depending on the cut of my blouse. And I basically pin it on my shoulder again, just like I did with look number 1. I pin this piece back. Again, this look is all about back coverage. So if I turn around right now, you guys can see that my entire back is covered. I will then go ahead and pin again underneath my neck. I don't like loose hijab styles. I find them very, very impractical, especially being a busy mum who's always on the go. I feel like having loose sort of hijab and like having the, you know, my ears could possibly show. I just can't risk that, so I don't do it. But that's basically this look. It gives you a bit of detail at the front. You can tuck this section in if you wanted to. With this particular style, I like to leave it out. And again, it gives you heaps of back coverage. So it doesn't matter what kind of cut of blouse or dress you're wearing, you are guaranteed to be covering your back. And yeah, this is look number 2. So although I personally don't like the loose hijab looks, I will show you one that you can use that will give you coverage. So here it is. What I do is basically just start off by placing one pin just at the top. Again, this prevents it from styling. I love chiffon hijabs, and one thing about them is, yes, they do slide around. I just realized that this tag has probably been showing the whole video, but whatever. So what I do now, this section right here, I will basically take it all the way inside and around my neck, and I'll pin it in place towards my shoulder right here. And what this part is going to do is, this is what's going to cover your neck. Then I'm going to take this hijab and I'm going to take the inner edge of this section of my hijab and I'm going to flip it around my neck, which is going to give me back coverage. And again, pinning it at the front here, just like we did with the previous look, pinning it right here. The reason why I go so close to my neck is so that it doesn't show, so that it can be layered with more hijab. And then again, you can just sort of leave it like this. You can pin again here on your shoulder. I hope I'm not going too fast. So that's that. And if you want to, obviously, if you're not wearing a ninja cap and you want to cover your ear, you can grab one of these inner sections and go in with a sewing pin, and you can just thread this pin inside to give you coverage right here on your ear. So this right here, and I also like to put one more pin here as well to prevent this part from sliding back. This is a hijab that I usually do for formal events, for Eid, for weddings. It gives me heaps of back coverage, just like the previous look, and it gives me a really nice feature and frames my face nicely. So again, another classic look. I wore this look when I was still single. I was probably around 13 or 14 years old, and I called it the air hostess look, and I wish I can find that photo to insert it here, but it was one of my favorite looks. So when I saw it being brought back into fashion, I was like, I don't think I can do it as a mum now. Having this piece like going all over my face, I just cannot see it happening and being practical as an everyday look. So this, I would say, is my formal go-to look. Okay, the final look that I'm going to share with you all is an all-time classic. It's a go-to, especially for summer, and it's one that I only wear if I've got enough coverage or if I'm going to be wearing like a cardigan or something on top to give me a lot of coverage. So again, starting with one short, one long side. Again, this is like the basis to every single one of my looks that you guys seem to love for some reason. You know, again, because I've been wearing my hijab for so long, I don't see the fascination in styles or you know, different looks anymore when it comes to hijab styling. But I can understand for someone who has just worn the hijab, they definitely do need some guidance, and I'm glad I can provide that. So with the short side, I leave it hanging there. The long side, I take it around my neck, bring it all the way forward, and that is literally the look. And to give me extra coverage at the back, I take a piece of fabric from underneath, so from this section right here, and I will pin it at the back using a safety pin to provide me some coverage at the back of my neck. And then I just take all the fabric under my neck with a small safety pin, again, just for extra neatness. And that is it. You can decide how much fabric you want to leave in the middle by pulling this piece, and that is the look. Guys, if you're not subscribed to my channel already, make sure that you do. It will show me so much support and love. And don't forget to like this video and share it around with your friends if you think they need some help and guidance with some hijab styles as well. Yeah, I really do hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. So I haven't filmed in so long. I'm so nervous.
Mama.
Yeah, Mum.